Hey, hey, hey. All right. So, right off the bat, I absolutely love your logo. Like, straight up, I love it. I don't, however, love that your website doesn't go full screen here. There should be a setting on your website to make it dynamic so that it basically adjusts itself to the screen size, because or make this white and expand it out a little bit more. I just think it it probably looks really good on mobile, like honestly, and maybe that's why you have it this way. But any good website backend developer, whatever, will have options for it being mobile friendly as well as desktop friendly. So this does look very odd on a desktop. I am using a 24-inch screen, so maybe that's why that I'm on an ultra wide. But even if I shrunk it down a bit, um, like as far as the ratio to something a little more square, it still has these big blocks on the side. So I would look into making your website a more dynamic flow. That way, also, you get like the full area to work with and you're not stuck to just this little blip in the middle. Okay. So we have wedding photography, portrait photography, senior, portfolio, scheduling, and mini sessions. Okay. We will tackle this. Oh, and then blog and services. Okay, we're going to tackle whatever's going on here in just a minute. For now, we're going to work on your homepage. And we're going to talk about, oh, excuse me. You're my first one of the day, so I'm a little yawny at the moment. So your first photo here is of a beautiful bride. I love it. It's very clean, very clear. I am already familiar with your work because of Profitable, so that's cool. But I had never been to your website, so this is new. So Southern Maryland Portrait and Wedding Photography, a request an appointment. Okay, so I love that you're telling them to do something. That is already a step ahead of most of the other websites that I look at. Most people just sort of are like, here's my work. Like, they don't even tell their potential clients to go anywhere or do anything. And that is like the main thing you need to be doing through this whole process on your website, is telling your potential clients, your visitors, where you want them to go and what you want them to do. So I do like that you're telling them, request an appointment. However, I don't like what you're telling them, because at this point, they have seen one photo and you're asking them to request an appointment. They're not ready to do this yet. So you're sort of jumping the gun. And maybe this is like, maybe you don't, right now, your website is something that you send people after they've inquired on social media, right? Or something along those lines. But the goal is that people are going to be coming from Google, which means your website is potentially their first touch. Okay? So your website needs to act like that. And right now, requesting an appointment on the homepage is not a first touch. It's very presumptive, and people aren't ready yet. They don't really know what you do. Like, they know what you do because you say portrait and wedding photography. However, they're not ready yet. No one is ready after seeing one photo. Okay? So we're going to keep going here. I says, well, we still have so much to plan together. One thing's for sure. I can't wait to create a photography experience just for you as we turn moments into real, tangible heirlooms your family will pass down for generations. Okay. One thing. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm yawning. That's a run-on sentence. So you need to fix that. But also, you just need to get rid of it. It's all about you. It's not about what you do for your clients. I can't wait to create your photography experience. Okay, good for you, but that's not really telling them the benefit for them. And I know it says that we turn moments into real tangible heirlooms, but great. I would hope that every wedding photographer is giving them heirloom quality work. And most high-end photographers, which you are, give albums, create wall art, do all of that. So you're not telling me anything unique or special about what you do for your clients. You say you want to create a photography experience. Okay, but great. What is that? What is that? You need to have a statement about this size, but it needs to speak to your potential client. Okay, it needs to talk about what you do for them in a way that makes it about them. So remove the word I from your vocabulary for right now when you're writing this statement. Don't say I will do this, I will do that. I hope you feel this way. Don't say that. Okay? This needs to be about them. You still have so much planning to do. You don't want the stress of the day to get the best of you. You want to enjoy your day and look back at those moments and only remember the good. See the difference? There's a big difference between saying, I can't wait to create an experience, and just telling them what the experience is. And that's what you need to do right here, is you need a nice little you statement, emotionally connect, tell them what the experience is, tell them how they're going to feel, and then you're going to ask them to learn more. Okay? Or potentially pick an experience, but I'm going to go see what your other pages are before we really settle into a path. But you want to connect emotionally and then ask them to do something. So we're going to flip-flop the button with the words. And then it's you. There you are. And then look how much you write about yourself on your homepage compared to your client connection. Kind of an imbalance. So, see, your homepage is about your clients. Okay? We're going to keep going. Services. Okay, and we view services. You have some, I like the little review slider over here. That's cute. And you have a little slider of your work. Okay, I don't think you necessarily need this at all. I would just make this slider go full width here because I do like the reviews. But I don't think you need this. This sort of reads like a menu at a restaurant or like a nail salon. So I don't know if that's necessarily the spot for this. If anything, you can drop like this whole thing like as a paragraph into your footer. I can show you that real quick. I have that on my website. My footer is sort of my catch-all for when I want to list out all the things I do. Let's see, I have Fort Myers, Florida birth and newborn photographer, and those do link to those pages. Providing specialized services from birth to 1 year, located in, and it has all of my local cities. So like I don't have to really work it in up into here at all, but it is listed on every single page on my footer. And this is actually, I think an H2 or H3. So this is a header tag as well right here for my keyword. So I don't think you need to list this all out right here, but I do think that is information that can go down here in your footer. All right, so let's see what we got here. We have your blog, services, wedding, portrait, senior, and portfolio, scheduling, and mini sessions. I am going to go ahead and tell you that mini sessions is definitely more along the lines of a blog post and social media. Having it as a like permanent or even semi-permanent link up here in your header or in your menu it can be confusing, and it's also where people are just going to go. So if your main thing is mini sessions, then that is what you should, surround your website with, make your website into. But I know that it's not your main thing, so I would not have it as something very prominent right in your menu. It's definitely something to put in a blog and then put on your social media, send out to your mailing list, but I don't think it should be here in your menu. It also knocks your blog and services off to the side here, so you don't want that. Okay, so your blog. Got the scoop on what's new. I love it. Make sure you're putting in feature images so that it shows up on all of these. You are using words, very wonderful. So this is really, your blog is fine. This is definitely the place where you'd want to put mini session information though, especially if you're able to get like a feature blog, like right up at the top. That's the most ideal thing you could do for your minis. I'm not gonna go into your blog. Your blog is fine. Okay, services. What we offer. Okay, so I do have a question. Are you a we or are you a you? That is one thing I don't know. Is it just you, or is it like you and a husband, or you and whatever? I don't know. Like, do you have a team? Are you actually a we? Because if you're not, I highly recommend saying I. Also, actually, your homepage, you say, I can't wait. I believe when I am not working. Okay, you do have a husband. Okay, so you are an I. So there is a disconnect in how you're talking to your clients on your website. If you're an I, be an I. If you're a we, be a we. Okay? It needs to be standard the same through your entire website. When you use we, it makes me think that there's more than one of you working on a consistent basis, whether it's an associate shooter or a husband or whatever. If you're an I, say I. There's absolutely nothing wrong with personal. There's nothing wrong with saying I. And I think you're an I, so I would use that when you're talking like that. Offers a wide variety of wedding photography and portrait photography services within Maryland. Okay. Okay, so this page is sort of reversed from what I would do it as. I would put this information up above here. You don't need this at all. This photo is sort of oddly placed. I would really love to see one big photo across the top, or even like a triptych, or even I don't know what you would call a 5 tick. I don't know. What would that be? I don't know. I don't know what 5 would be, but 5 across even, right? Of all of these, pick your top 5 things that you offer. Maybe everything except real estate, like show a headshot, a maternity, a senior, a family, and a wedding, right? Just like this, all 5 vertically, just right across the top here would be really nice. Or you could do it as a slider. That would be cool too, so that you can sort of slide through them. But I don't think you need this. This is just sort of like a keyword box. Again, this is something, like I said, that would be in the footer. You really want to just talk to your clients. You don't have to be super technical and keywordy. Like you do need to have keywords in there, but Google's not stupid. Google like knows what your website's about. It knows what you're talking about. It sees the word photography. It knows what general topic your website is. So this, I love that you have I love these blips under here. This is really wonderful. And I really love that you don't have pricing listed. Like really, honestly, I like that it tends to stick, like you mentioned pricing a little bit, like won't break the bank. I don't know how I feel about that. But I do like that you're using you statements. The most important day of your lives, no matter if your family is big or small, milestones in your children's lives. See, those are the statements you need more of. That's what you need on your homepage, okay? Those you statements. You're making it about them. You do still say, we proudly offer packages. I would, you know what? We offer packages for all budgets. Do you though? If someone only has a budget of $100, you're going to work with that? Because I wouldn't. Be careful with how you word things. Because when you start saying things like that, you might get people who legit only want to spend $100 on their wedding. And you really can't budget for that. So be careful how you word that, because you'll get price shoppers for people who see that kind of wording on your website. So if you want to be high end and you want to, raise your prices and do all of that, be a big bad photographer that you are, then you have to remove wording like this from your website. Okay? And I know that's tough, especially because we do want to cater to everyone and make everyone happy, but not everyone is your client. And when you put in wording like this, you attract price shoppers and you will scare away people who have money, because they don't want someone who works with everyone. They want someone who works with them exclusively and doesn't just book everybody who comes to them. So be aware of the underlying subconscious message of what you're putting out there. Like, this sounds nice, but is it communicating to the people that you want to work with? See what I'm saying? So just be aware of that everything you say on your website speaks to someone. And it speaks to people differently. So if you want high touch, high end, then you need to speak to that. And if you want low end with any budget, then you have to be aware of what you're speaking to, okay? Okay, so I would move this paragraph, like I said, up into here. And let's see what it says. We know you can find a photographer just about anywhere, and we're so grateful to be considered for your photographic needs. Okay, you're using we again. Our team. Okay, so do you have a team? I'm still really confused about that. Okay, also, we know you can find a photographer just about anywhere, and we're so grateful to be considered for your photographic needs. Okay, this is a big thing that I come across, in that photographers sort of, you have this imposter syndrome thing happening where it's like, well, I'm really happy that you're thinking about booking me, and that's so nice of you. It's like, you're underselling yourself. Your work is beautiful, okay? You're really underselling yourself. You need to talk on your website as if they already know they're booking you, okay? I'm going to say that again. You need to write on your website as if your clients are already booking you, okay? Not grateful to be considered, no. When you choose us, once we book you in, Once your date is scheduled, every time you talk on your website, go ahead and assume that they're booking you. Okay? And that's another subconscious note. Okay? Grateful to be considered? Great. They're only going to consider you. You need to write like they've already chosen you, that you are the best and that they want you and nothing else. And that everything on your website has to do that. If you're still undecided, no, don't do that. Okay? No undecided. Get rid of that. Just say, we'd love to jump on a quick call with you to hear more about your wedding day and to just double check that we're a good fit for you and your family. That's fine. You can double check that you're a good fit. But don't say if you're still undecided, because that makes you seem unsure as well. Okay, so it's one thing to be undecided, but it's another thing to be like, we're just going to ensure that we're good. Like, that's fine. But language you use is key. So twice here, you've confirmed that your clients are undecided. That's what you've told them in this. And I will also say this, that people don't remember what you write in the middle. Okay? Keep that in mind. I'm actually going to talk about this on a live, I think, or on another video for the page. But most people don't remember the middle. They remember the first thing and they remember the last thing. Okay, my husband took a class on this. He's a teacher and he had to do in training. And one of their trainings was how to teach a class effectively in 45 minutes. And the main takeaway from the class was that students remember the first 15 minutes and they remember the last 15 minutes. But whatever's in the middle sort of gets lost. So when you're writing big paragraphs like this, and like, let's just look at this paragraph. Like, what are the first and last things you're saying? You're saying that you can find a photographer anywhere. And thanks for considering us. And if you're still undecided. But you do have images that clients love. But twice you've put in a negative. Considering and undecided. That's the beginning and the end. So all of this in the middle, execute your dream session. Planning can be stressful. Wedding parties, bold, fun, colorful. Like, you're losing all of that. So this needs some rewording. It's getting there, but you're also using those I statements, or I guess I'll say we statements, when it needs to be more about your clients. So again, just reword and get rid of the considered and grateful and the undecided stuff, okay? And then we're going to move this thing up here. Just get rid of this what we offer blip thing. And I don't know if I would call it services. And I say this a lot in my reviews. The services thing, it makes me think of two things. It either makes me think of church services, because I was raised in Pentecostal church, or it makes me think of like salon services. So that is where my brain goes with services. You're offering an experience, right? Or sessions, or I mean, I really like the word experiences. That's sort of where I've been going lately. Or just information, right? About sessions, information, about the experience. That's what this page, needs to be. So definitely get a big photo up top or like a triptych or something. And then reword this paragraph. Totally fine to schedule a complimentary consultation call, although that sounds really like lawyery. I'd go more casual. Like, I know we've interacted in the group, like, you're not this formal, and I don't think you need to be this formal. Your personality definitely needs to come out on your website. That's part of the emotional connection. And I know that's really hard to do. Like, I really struggle personally with putting my own personality into my website. But you can do that in subtle ways. Like, instead of saying schedule a complimentary consultation call, you can say reach out, let's chat, let's talk, or just contact me. You know, like, make it really simple, because you're putting two really big words in there. And I know, like, that's fine. Like, but complimentary consultation, like, that is a mouthful, and it's just, I mean, I know what those words mean, obviously, but, like, I don't want to be that. Not everyone might know what complimentary consultation mean. Like, that sounds literally like you're texting a lawyer. So maybe just say reach out, let's chat, let's talk. Like, keep it casual, you know? You can give a high-end experience with a personal touch without being, like, super duper formal. But I definitely think you should leave this, like, let's chat, reach out, whatever button right in this section, okay? And then instead of saying services provided, I would say choose your experience. Choose your experience, because I think you have a little blip on each one of these pages, right? You do. Wedding photography. Okay, I, lots of eyes. Lots of eyes. We need to reword the eyes. There's no thrill greater than a wedding day. The anticipation, the tears, the laughter, the dancing. It's a roller coaster day of emotions. Whether you're overlooking gorgeous mountain views, barefoot in the sand, or on a boat in Italy, your experience will be everlasting. Jam-packed with adventure in the great outdoors, connecting with your significant other. Like, you can reword this, because I do like the words and I like what you're saying, but it's a lot of eyes rather than it being about them. You need to be using you statements. You. So yeah, you definitely need to switch that up. Okay. Then yes, definitely the contact me button. However, and you have a single portfolio. Okay, I want to look at your portfolio real quick. Don't do this. Okay, so are these password protected? Or email required? Yeah, they go out. Okay, no, they're not password protected, but right here, you've taken them away from your website. And yeah, they can actually get it back to it here, but it's not going to take them back to that page, right? No, it takes them back to your home page. So you've just locked them into a weird loop, which is not good. You need to, we need to redo your portfolio page, okay? And actually, I don't think you need a portfolio page. I'm just going to be, like, super honest right here, right now. You don't need this. You can get rid of this, all right? Mostly because you do lots of different things. So I don't think you need a portfolio page. You have all of these pages, which need to double as individual portfolios, okay? Get rid of this portfolio page. You don't need it. Especially because it's not a portfolio. This is client galleries, basically. It's not a portfolio. A portfolio is a page that has all of your very, very best work shown. Not clicking around into galleries and seeing full sessions. A portfolio is your top of your top work. Okay? So this is not a portfolio. This is client galleries. So I would just get rid of this because you also don't want people leaving your website for any reason until you are ready for them to leave it. Okay? Because your goal is getting them over to your contact page to contact you, not to get lost in client galleries with no direction of where to go next. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this page. That's the long and short of that one. Okay, now these pages need to be portfolios. I wouldn't put a ring here. Like, it's a very pretty ring photo, but this needs to be a really engaged photo of a couple. Okay? Like, period. Long and short, this needs to be a photo of a couple, not of rings. Okay? Because the jeweler isn't hiring you. The couple's hiring you. So they want to see that. Okay, so we have, and again, the bride's mug, great, cute, but I want to see the photo of the bride, not her coffee cup. Great prices, beautiful prices. Oh boy, you've got a lot here. Okay, I would drop the pricing. You can have your pricing on a different page, but I feel like you're giving away too much information here and you're not giving them a reason to reach out and inquire. And that takes them off of your website again. Does that even go anywhere? Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah. So like this takes you over to a totally different page rather than just your contact page, which you don't want. Okay. So you have a weird comma thing happening right here. I don't know what's going on. Okay. We need to redo this page. I'm going to come over here real quick and look at these portraits. You got the same thing going on, right? Yeah. Why? That's like totally pointless. Why are we doing this? This is so, like, no, don't get rid of this, please. This is so cheap, girl. What is going on? No. I'm mad at you right now. And you can be mad at me. You can say, fuck you, Caitlin, all you want. This is not good. You need to get your butt back into profitable, and we need to talk about this. Your wedding prices are lovely. This is sad. Don't do this to yourself. Okay? This is ridiculous. $267 for 30 images in an hour and a half? Are you bananas? You're bananas. Don't do this. Okay? I charged $270 for one file. One file. Plus a $300 session fee. So really, it's like $570 if they only want one image. Okay? This is crazy pants. You need to come back in the group and you need to do your CODB and we need to talk about this seriously. Okay? I'm not going to dive into it more right now, but we need to talk about this. Okay? I'm not happy with you. Seriously, we gotta talk about this for real. Okay. All of that aside, these pages need to change. So I'm assuming this is that as well. Why? Holy shit. Oh man, YouTube's gonna flag me for language. Oh, this is bananas. Okay. I can't do it. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and talk about your pricing. Okay. It's really hard for me to not do that, as you know already. But we really need to talk about this. Okay. All right. So these pages what I want you to do with these pages, okay? Seniors, portraits, wedding. Is your portrait like single people or families? Are these family portraits too? And why is she here and not with seniors? Because I mean, technically, even if it's college, she's a senior. Also, you will be charged for the plan after the admin approves your vendor account. I don't know what's going on there, but that's weird. You should get rid of that. Okay, we're going to change these pages. You need to remove your pricing from these pages, okay? Pricing, you can put starting prices, but don't put all your package information out there. That is like giving away way too much information, and we don't want that. You need to give enough information on your website that they feel comfortable enough to reach out for more information. If you give it all away, they have no reason to contact you until they're ready to book. But if you're not making emotional connections and making it about them with your words, then they will not reach out to book. So it's fine for some people to put their pricing on their website, but your language really has to make the connection. And right now it's not. So you're not making the emotional connections, and then you're just giving away absolutely all the information and giving them no reason to reach out to you at all. Okay, so we have two problems happening. It's too much information and not enough connection, which is definitely the problem. Okay, so we're going to remove all of the pricing, okay? You're going to reword these sections, right? Reword these sections, maybe. Bring out the best in you. You feel like you've never been good at this. Your portrait. Okay, so you say you have a lot of you statements in here, which is great. But instead of having the portrait packages right here, like get rid of this. You don't need this. Contact me today. Let's chat. Let's talk more. Whatever you want to say. But I would get rid of complimentary consultation. And have this be a portfolio. Aha, see, here's where the portfolios are going to come in. Have this be like your top 20 portrait images. It can be a slider, it can be a grid, it can be whatever you want it to be. But like 15 to 30 of your top portraits, okay? Curate them. This is your calling card. You don't have to show everything. You only have to show the best of what you do, all right? And that is what this needs to be. So drop the pricing, put in your best of your best photos right here, okay? So this is going to be information about portraits and your portfolio, okay? Your portrait portfolio. Same thing here with wedding. Info about weddings, wedding portfolio, okay? Wedding portfolio, not your packages, your portfolio, more photos. Then I do like that you have some resources down here. However, that just goes straight to Dropbox, which is super unprofessional. Don't do this. And actually, you're really missing the mark here. This really needs to be like a free giveaway thing, where you ask for an email. Like the fact that you're just giving this away, like, here you go, have it, it's free, that's fine. But you do need to ask for something in exchange. And that's not doing it. And a printable wedding planner. Okay, so like this is a prime moment to have an email collection. Okay? Seriously. You're just giving away free stuff. But you need to get something in return, and that thing is the email. Okay? You need it. You need, what did I tap? Oh, I tapped your thing. Okay. You need to be asking for an email when you give this stuff away. This is like the perfect time for a pop-up or a tiny form, like, here, like sign up for emails and get a wedding date timeline and wedding planner and free wedding planner, right? So they have to give you the email to get the free stuff, okay? You just giving it away is not doing you any favors. The whole point of giving something away like this that you've created is so that you can get their email addresses, okay? Like, that's the goal. This is great. Oh, this is beautiful. And you absolutely 100% need to be collecting emails for these things. Okay? Like, for serious. And there's so many ways that you could set this up. Like, I use HubSpot for mine, and it's totally free. Like, it costs me nothing to do a email collection through HubSpot, and it automatically sends my PDF in an automated email. I don't have to do anything. So if that's what you're worried about, if you're worried about like having to send this out to everybody who does it, you don't. There are tons of services that are free that will do this for you. HubSpot being one, and that's the one that I use. Okay, so don't give it away for free, but get their email in exchange. Seriously. Because then you have a lead. Those are people that you can add to your mailing list and reach out to and talk to and whatever. Warm up those leads. Don't just give this away. Okay, so we've talked about this. So each one of these pages, you're going to do the same thing on, okay? You're going to have the information, you're going to have contact me, and then you're going to have a portfolio. All right? All of these. If you want to make another page for your headshots and for your maternity and newborn, totally do that too. Okay? Information pages just like these. All right? That is what you need to do. And then I really think that they should drop down underneath the portfolio tab. Or you can call it session info, whatever, however you want to word that. They actually can stay portfolio, because what you're going to do is this is going to be session info, not services, because right now it's like tucked in under here, which is really annoying. Or actually even better than this. Got it. I know what you should do. You should have this services page, which we already talked about. You're going to move this up to the top, and then I really feel like you should say choose your experience, and then these need to link to each of these pages. Okay? You see what I'm saying? All of these, this wedding photography, this photo, and this top link, this header right here, needs to link over to the wedding photography page, which is then going to link over to contact me. And it's going to have a portfolio, not your prices. So your goal being getting them from home to that services page, which we're going to say, you're just going to say learn more. Just say learn more. After you write this little blip here, say learn more, and it's going to take you to this page where you're going to have that beautiful paragraph here. And then choose your experience. And then from here, they can pick what they're interested in. And if any of these, if you don't want to make a page for it, like real estate, you might not want to put like an entire page about real estate. Just put a little button here, or a little, even just link it and just say contact me for more info, and link it over to your contact page. Like seriously, as simple as that. You don't actually have to make an info page like for headshots and real estate if you don't want to, but I highly recommend making a portfolio page for maternity, lifestyle, newborn. because people will want to see more work than just this. And you don't want them getting lost over in this portfolio. Okay, so the goal here now. Okay, I want to do something real quick. Okay, let me see if I can do it like this. Again, okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to get rid, I lost my mouse. There it is. Okay, we're gonna get rid of portfolio, and we're gonna get rid of this mini session. We are going to move all of these underneath your, underneath an info. Okay. Wow, writing with my mouse is kind of ridiculous. Okay, so you're gonna have an information or session info, whatever you want to call it, but underneath that needs to be all of these portfolio pages. Okay, all of these information pages: weddings, portraits, seniors, headshots, maternity, newborn, right? All of those need to drop down underneath that info tab. Okay, so then your top menu here is just going to be home, info, blog, contact me. You also need an about page. I know your about you is on your home page. You can put this on its own page, and I would highly recommend putting it on its own page, but honestly, that's totally up to you as to whether you want to do that or not. I don't really mind it being on your homepage. It is just odd that there's not a link at the top going to something about you, because people might not scroll all the way down to learn about you. See what I'm saying? So like, they're not ready to learn about you until they're ready to learn about you. And they might not find it on your homepage. So you might want to think about sort of shortening this down into like a little intro about you, and then a learn more that links over to a page about you. And then from the page about you, you link over to learning more about your services, which takes you to that info page, which then lets them choose their experience. And then once they choose their experience, it links them over to contact. See how all of this works? It's all coming together now. You have to create a path through your website. Home, info, contact. And for you, it's actually going to be a little different, because it's going to be home, info, choose your experience, contact, which is still totally fine. Let me see. What is your scheduling page? That is a little close to that photo. I'd watch your padding and your gaps. Has a live booking page. It's fast and easy. This is not fast or easy. Just putting that out there. This right here, get this off of your contact page. This does not need to be on your contact page at all. And this scrolly thing that's happening is very weird. And the cookie pop-ups are awful. Just get rid of this. This is not a good thing to have right on your contact page, because you're going to lose people right here. They're not even going to keep scrolling for contact. They're just going to assume that this is what they have to do. And I mean, you do have a photography consultation call, but again, people aren't going to do this. This is hard and it's too much. And most people don't have this on their website. This page literally just needs to be a contact form. Okay? Seriously. I know you're trying to make it like super streamlined and like easy to book, but it's not. Okay? You send them the Calendly links after they've contacted you, after they've reached out. Okay? Do not do it. Don't do it like this, because all you're going to do is lose people. And then you have the scheduling request down here anyway. I mean, is that just this? No, it's a totally different form, and they have to pick a date. Yeah, no, don't do that to people. Don't do that to people. Just have them reach out. This is totally fine. This is a Google form. Yeah, I mean, this is totally fine. Yeah, this is cool. I don't mind this form. Get rid of this, though. Get rid of this scheduler. It does not need to be here. It is confusing and weird, and I'm sure it is even weirder on mobile. So I would just get rid of this whole blip. And then figure out why this is in a box and why it's just not embedded. That's the only thing here that's weird is like I can scroll here, but I also have to scroll in here. And that's probably something to do with the coding on Google Forms. You need to figure out why it's not fully embedding and why it's a scroll box, which within a scroll, which is super weird. So you want to figure out how to get rid of the scroll here and just have it fully embedded. But this is totally fine having this as your contact. Now, everywhere on your website that has any sort of like out, I saw something somewhere. What was it here? I think this pulls them out to a, does this just go to your Google form? Oh, you have a form for each type of, no, that's just a scheduling request. Don't call it a scheduling request and don't have them click out. Anytime, well, you're going to get rid of this anyway, so this doesn't really matter. But this right here, you do realize that that just goes to your homepage, right? That your portrait photography page, the complimentary consultation, just links over to your homepage. It needs to link to your contact page, and I would not call it scheduling. Call it contact. Because scheduling, I know like what I said earlier in that we're going to just go ahead and assume that everybody's already booking you, right? But don't be too presumptive. Don't call it scheduling. Because then that's like, well, what if I'm not ready to schedule? I just want to reach out, right? No one's going to click on scheduling. And again, scheduling implies like that service, the same kind of vibe as services. I would just call it contact and keep it really simple at contact. So then you'll have your new menu up here, home, session info, blog, contact. Honestly, that's all this needs to be. And like all of these pages, all your info pages are going to be underneath your services, and you'll have little portfolios on each of those pages. And I think you'll be good to go, honestly. There's just a couple little things that you have to fix and sort of rearrange, but definitely getting a path through your website. That is so key. Okay? Getting a solid path, getting them from your home page to your contact page and not letting them leave before you're ready for them to leave. Okay? And not giving so much information that they don't have a reason to contact you, like all of your pricing. But otherwise, I mean, your work is good. I love your logo. I wish your website was whiter. Like here it's white, but on your homepage it's gray. So like something weird is happening. But I do feel like you need a full width template. Like something's going on there. But yeah, so reach out if you have any questions. And you do have some homework. So get to work and we'll talk soon.